appreciate you guys being here. I've been in Bangalore for 6 years. I know how tough it is to reach places in Bangalore. Like for me to reach here to book an auto, I had to operate 3 apps simultaneously. Like I'm a stock market trader. I was multitasking the same task. On 3 apps, on Ola, Rapido, Nammayatri, not Uber, because I have a pending payment over there. I'll pay it the next time they block me. I quit my job to do stand-up, which is a good move because AI was doing my job anyway. Like, for the last 3 months of my job, I didn't read a single email, replied to all of them, using the magic of auto-reply suggestions. Have you seen that? Comes below the mail, options like noted. Noted with thanks. Which means the other noted was noted. And my favorite, okay. Not okay. You go, girl. It's really smart. It reads the whole mail, gives you the right response. Like once my colleague sent a mail that, hey, my mom is hospitalized. I'm taking an off today. It came there. Nice one. You know, I'm happy about my job not being there and all those things. It's quite liberating because I don't have to worry about the lies on my CV anymore. But yeah, I mean, CV is not all lies, okay? It starts off real. All the education stuff, you can't really lie about that, right? Like I have a B.Tech in civil engineering and then I did an MBA because I have a B.Tech in civil engineering. Good course, civil engineering. Good, you know, one-time watch. But below education on my CV, it's all Harry Potter, dude. Like, I didn't even write my CV. I gave someone $500 to make it because I don't have the self-confidence to write about myself like that. Like, you need to have, not regular, you need to have like rapper-level self-confidence on your CV, right? You're like, yeah, I'm the best. Yeah, I did this, I did that, yeah. Yeah, manager said, don't do that. I was like, you did that also, yeah. Can't stop didding. And you know, it's not even, you can't even say did, right? You have to use power verbs so that you sound smarter than you are. You're like, yeah, I maximize, yeah. Then I optimize, yeah. Now I'm unemployed, yeah. But it's very tricky because you should be able to match that energy once you go in real life, like real interview. I took my awesome CV, went for real interviews, and they were like, oh, Gautham, it looks like you've spearheaded a team of 5. I'll be like, is that what's written? Oh, wow. We are both equally impressed. It's a really good CV. Really, like I got a job also. I used to work in Cadbury. Very weird place to work, Cadbury. Every time I tell someone that, they're always like, oh, I didn't know people work there. Isn't it a magical place? But there they hired me and this other person. We had this new joinee party where they asked, why did you decide to join Cadbury? Decide. That's how good my CV was, that they thought I had a choice. They didn't know that I joined because they let me. They should know that. They sent me the offer at 4:50 p.m. I replied at 4:50 p.m. Within a minute, I typed the whole response out because the auto reply for that was ha ha ha, okay? Decide, it seems. I know some people, they make them wait, you know, do salary negotiation. I don't negotiate salary. I have shame. Okay, I work for very low salary. I work for salary so low, it is the same before and after tax. Where the government is like, keep the change. Even if I had a choice, I would have definitely joined Cadbury because I'm in sales, selling chocolates. It's like the closest you can be to a drug dealer. Right? Because all my life, all my career, I've only sold things that I have not consumed. Like my first job was selling Stay Free. Yeah, my first job, the company wanted to find out why women in rural Tamil Nadu use Whisper instead of Stay Free, and they chose me for the job. Because they were like, who knows more about women's hygiene than a 24-year-old virgin? And how I used to do that, I used to go to supermarkets in rural Tamil Nadu, stand next to a sanitary napkin counter, like I'm protecting it. And when some woman comes and buys Whisper, I'll be like, why? Why Whisper? Tell me loudly. But yeah. Nobody answers the decide question. Nobody answers the question. Okay, so they put me on the spot. They're like, Gautham, you tell. Why did you decide to join Cadbury? So I didn't know what to answer. I started improv, right? I was like, oh, you know, I decided. First of all, great question. Thank you for that question. I decided to join Cadbury because of the synergy. And of course, the strategy. That's how you have to say strategy. You have to say it like you just got a tooth extraction, like strategy. And the higher you climb up the corporate ladder, more and more teeth get pulled out. That's why when the CEO talks about strategy, he says, "Hi." He's talking about important shit. Basically, I don't make sentences, just buzzwords. Just enough for people to be like, ooh, LinkedIn Premium. And they were like, cool. And they asked this other person who joined with me, why did she decide to join Cadbury? And she replied, when I was in 8th standard, my parents didn't have money to pay for school. And the school was going to kick me out. And just because I won the Cadbury Bonvita quiz contest, the school decided I could study for free. So I owe my life to Cadbury. Don't clap. People started crying. Yeah, they went to hug her, they're pushing me out. They're like, hey, f*** the energy. Go strategize in the corner. Dude, and I was shocked. The whole party was just like staring at her like a YouTube thumbnail. Not because of the story. Of course, I respect her journey. What a beautiful story. You can't really cross-check the story. Right? When everybody's crying, you can't be like, so which year Bonvita? I'm assuming it's true. But my problem with the situation was that if she had such a hardcore story, go first. Right? Because I can't change my story now. When everybody's crying, I can't be like, oh, actually I have a tattoo of the CEO right here. That's really, please cry for me also. Hey, go first. I'll come up with my story. Creative. She'll tell her whatever Dance India dance story. And everybody's like, oh, that's so beautiful. Gautham, what's your story? And I'll be like, what a coincidence. Because when I was in 7th standard, I was on a flight and it got hijacked. And the terrorist, he had low blood sugar. And I had a Cadbury Dairy Milk with me. I always keep a Cadbury Dairy Milk. It's the best chocolate in the world. He bit it and he loved the rich and silky taste so much that he decided to retire from terrorism. After landing the plane safely, everybody was like, Gautham, you're a hero. And I was like, never. The real hero is Cadbury. Alright, guys. I'm not making fun of people who got laid off, okay? I mean, I've been fired too, okay? Mine is worse. I got fired when the market was booming. No pandemic, no recession, pure skill. Yeah. The company was doing great. They were hiring when they fired me. I got fired in the new office. Like I was bad for Vastu. It's ridiculous. It's tough, I know. It must be tough for people who got laid because you have to explain to your parents. You'll be like, oh, mom, I was not the worst employee. It was a lucky draw. And I can't even be angry at the company because after they fired me, they started doing really good right now. So I put it in my CV now. You're like, oh, you grew the company 10 times. What did you do? I left. Yeah.